Hello guys! Life has been so much fun. Well, actually, maybe not like everything is good, but like most of it. I started school and my goodness, I'm so happy with it. Okay, yeah, fine, you caught me. Yeah, I did quit Vita. Quickly after starting Vita, I realized that why did I sign up for this? Because I thought it would be fun, but it wasn't really fun. Vita was in the beginning of like when the first week of school started, and I was like, oh shucks, I don't really want to do this. So I stopped, and it's cool. Maybe I'll try like Vlogmas or something because it's on my break. But whatever. So this year, I'm taking a basic English and math, you know, Math English 101 kind of deal. And then I am taking a live music reinforcement class. I think I already talked about this on Quirk stuff. I can't even remember. Taking my makeup class, and they're actually really amazing. I had to shut off the fan for the camera because it always picks up the noises. But now I'm really hot, so you're just gonna have to deal with my sweaty face. So yeah, things have been happening, and I'm wearing a cool overcoat thing. Maybe that's why I'm kind of like a little bit warm. But I like it, so I'm gonna deal with it. My camera's running low, so let's just pray that it won't run out of time. I'm talking to some people and making friends that are making me really happy. Yesterday I had a bit of a breakdown. In high school I went through a bit of a phase, don't we all? And for some reason, like, everybody in high school always talks about how much sleep they get and how much sleep they don't get. So I never really brought up the fact that I would get like 2 to 3 hours of sleep if I was lucky. I would come to school every morning sleep deprived. I felt totally wired. Not on drugs, but on the lack of sleep. Some people can handle lack of sleep. Now I can't. I can handle an all-nighter every once in a while, but I can't handle like several days of lack of sleep. I cannot do that. And so I started to go a little bit mad. Intrusive thoughts started to happen. If you don't know what intrusive thoughts are, I'll try to explain it to you without getting like too personal, because you know that's my biz. Intrusive thoughts are thoughts that come seemingly out of nowhere, that they don't sound like you and they don't seem like you. You know this isn't something that you would like consciously think up, but they pop out at you. They could be anything that's like really bad or violent or just horrible. It could come in the form of a voice, maybe. It's not the same as like, you know, having schizophrenia. It can be violent images that contain a lot of blood or gore. It makes me feel so crazy, honestly, because a lot of the times they come in the way where they're repetitive. I almost feel like it's a hamster running on a hamster wheel forever and ever, and these flashes, and it's really distracting. And if I'm sitting there in school, there's no way I can pay attention. If my thoughts are almost so loud that I cannot hear like what's going on around me in my surroundings. It was not funny. I took a intro to theater tech in high school. There are a lot of sharp objects in the shop, and I would constantly avoid that whole room, so I just stuck with costuming. I wish I had the opportunity to do tech work in building sets in high school. Well, I do that now, but you know, I don't know, it meant a lot to me because theater really means a lot to me, so I took it very, very hard. Lack of sleep kind of amplifies any mental illness in a lot of people, and I know that intrusive thoughts are very predominant in OCD cases. I have anxiety, and not your average anxiety, but just like bad anxiety. That mixed with lack of sleep was terrible. I was on sensory overload, and I was having intrusive thoughts. Because of that, I was always late to school, because I would wake up every morning, I would be totally tired, I would be dealing with these intrusive thoughts all the time, especially in the morning. I don't know why, it was always in the morning. I would try to calm my body down and calm myself down every morning before school. Most of my teachers kind of hated this, but my theater group was not very happy with this. You know, some of them really did know that I went through some mental health issues, but I never really told them any of what was going on in my mind. They thought I didn't care because I was always late. I was always late to their class. I was always late because it's not even just my teacher, it's my whole theater group. I mean, now I am in college and I'm not late to class, but in high school, I was just going through some things and it made me feel isolated. And also, I did have monthly psychiatrist appointments, usually on school mornings, and so they thought I was just like ditching class all the time. I wasn't. I was going to see doctors to sort out this stuff in my brain, and I was just trying to get some help. And then I went to the counselor's office constantly in high school, probably like 3 times a week. And then eventually people started saying that I was going there too much and that I didn't know what to do. There was nobody that could help me. Like, I know that there were people that could help me, but I couldn't reach them. Like, the people that were helping me didn't know what was going on in here, and neither did I, and I was just floating around really confused. I know a lot of high school kids that have mental health issues do that. Like, they just don't know what the hell is going on. They turn dark, you know, they get really dark within themselves, and they start to hate everything and hate the world. And I understand why, because I almost started to hate everybody that was around me. Okay, I definitely didn't hate people, but I started to despise the area I was in and the environments that I was in, because I didn't feel like I could be myself. And I was thinking, if these people hate me for me just being like late to class, then how am I going to manage having a job? How am I going to manage going to college with this mental health issues on my shoulder? You know, should I just lock myself up in a hospital for the rest of my life? No. So that's what I've been working on for the past few years after high school, what is my mental health, and it's starting to get a lot better. I don't have those intrusive thoughts anymore. I don't. And so yesterday, when I did have intrusive thoughts, it really freaked me out, and I had to leave. I had to leave my classes yesterday. People are not going to understand. I remember a long time ago when I told people I was having mental health issues, and I just left it at that, because it's none of their business what's going on in here, and if I have intrusive thoughts, it's none of their business. So when I say, oh yeah, I was just like a little depressed, and I leave it at that, they don't say anything back. They say something like this: yeah, I have depression too, and I understand it, but I would never leave class. I would never go home. Kind of like a sideways jab at me. Depression in general is terrible, and it does make you want to stay in bed forever. But having intrusive thoughts and having kind of like a manic depression makes it almost impossible to get out of bed. And I just trailed along through it, and I watched my YouTube videos, and that's like, YouTube was like one of the biggest things that really even got me through like anything. Utilizing the search bar on YouTube is like, you know, if you have depression, search like depression in the YouTube search bar, and it'll come up with a lot of sources. Please don't take this as a cry for help that I'm gonna go like hurt myself or something, because I'm not going to. I just thought it was important to talk about, because a lot of people have these thoughts, and it's very important to bring them up. I'm glad we had this chat. But I'll talk to you guys later. If you like me and you don't like hate me or whatever, you can subscribe. We could be friends, and you can like comment, and then I'll probably like follow your channel if you have videos, because I like talking to people and watching more videos and stuff. So yeah, okay, I'll see you later. Bye.